welcome to Turnaround Talks. Today I am joined with Roger Timms from CJ Timms, and just again a refresher around Turnaround Talks. Turnaround Talks is concentrating on positivity. It's talking about all the good news stories and all great business stories that are happening and have been happening over the last 2 months. I think mindset is hugely important during these times. And sometimes when we're surrounded by scarcity and fear, it's quite difficult to remain positive. So again, Turnaround Talks are a series of interviews reminding people about the good stuff that's going on. So for people that don't know Roger, I'm just going to pass over to Roger, and I'm just going to ask Roger to tell us a little bit about himself. So over to you, Roger.
Hi, I'm Roger from CJ Timms Electrical Services. I run an electrical contracting business with the difference we are able to provide electrical installations, designs, and really support our customers through the whole electrical journey from start to finish. So right on we get involved in the early stages when they're planning to do any kind of works, anything that they're moving, needing new, anything that they're looking at, new technology. We work with several office fit-out companies and we act as their whole electrical department. So they take us along to their client meetings to meet the clients, to understand what's happening on site, what's happening on the existing site or the potential new site, whichever it is. And we talk to the client, find out exactly what it is that they need, what their site requirements are. And then we work along with the fit-out companies to ensure that their design matches the client brief, pick up any discrepancies that might happen. They send us over the drawings for assessment, and then we provide a quote service where obviously we'll cost up the jobs accurately, ensuring that they're able to provide their clients with an accurate fixed cost. And then on the site delivery, we obviously provide the installation services for the client, ensuring that everything's in the right place at the right time, working with the site teams, and feeding back any variations or changes that need to happen for whatever reason, giving timely cost to those and making sure that everyone's aware of the whole cost and the process is all delivered smoothly.
Oh, thank you. So when we look at the last 2 months, what would you say is the biggest been effect on you for the last 2 months?
The biggest effect on us, obviously our site teams have been furloughed at this point, just to ensure the safety of our clients. I know some people have been working along, but we've furloughed the site teams for their safety. We've been supporting any essential works that have come along just to keep businesses mission critical running along. But the biggest changes for us, we've had a lot of time to reflect in the business, really refine the processes and decide where we're going to be at the end of lockdown and moving forward. We realised quite early on that we're in a strong position and we're not going to be around for the duration of lockdown and well beyond. So we're feeling quite positive about that.
That's great. So when we actually look at the last 2 months, despite your staff being furloughed and despite the cease of work to a certain degree, what do you think have been the positives of the last 2 months?
The benefit of time for us has been really, really great. We've managed to catch up on a few bits. As I'm sure every business has a few little ends that they always never get round to tidying up. We've managed to tidy up those. We've actually had a compliance audit during the lockdown, which went very smoothly, passed with flying colours, no issues. So the benefit of the last 2 months for us is the time to reflect on the business, really refine what it is we're after, really understand where we add most value to businesses, really, start talking to customers and sharing with them how we can add value and help them.
Brilliant. So what changes have come as a result of this? What changes are you going to implement within the business because you've had this time to take yourself out and put yourself back in it to actually see the business for what it is?
The changes we're going to make, I think, in the business, we're going to try and give ourselves more time. So we're potentially looking at a new role within the business that is going to greatly benefit us, I think, and also refining the processes, and also the benefit of this new technology that's everyone started using, remote working. We were already capable of working remotely from home. We'd already got that in place, so we might implement that more to give people a better work-life balance.
So hindsight's always a wonderful thing, and if you could apply hindsight, and if you'd have had the time before we had the last kicking of the last 2 months, what is it that you would have changed, which on hindsight has now told you?
I think it's creating the new job role. It's time that's really had the biggest effect. I think really being in the business and working hard in the business is fantastic, but finding time to reflect on the business and really work on the business instead of in it will be really what we should have been doing. We now realise moving forward, creating this new job role to help the business grow and expand, really give it a real firm footing for the future.
So, final question for you. What do you see the future holds for CJ Timms? Is it excitement? Is it concern? Where do you think that the future will be?
I'm excited about the future. I think there's going to be initial changes when lockdown happens, gets released. People are still they're going to get back to work and just kind of settle a little bit. But we're in a really good place, and I'm quite excited about who will be out there for us to potentially employ. And I'm also excited about all the opportunities that will be out there. I think people will be making differences to the workplace, and that's something we can help with directly. I'm quite excited about the new connections and the bright future post lockdown.
I think mindset is an amazing thing, and having the right mindset and looking at the opportunities is a good way to get through this, especially like you've mentioned, just having time to set back, to reflect, to look at your processes, to look at your strategies. Actually helps you find the holes, doesn't it, that potentially could have been there that you didn't have the time to look at and kind of go back and fix. Have you found that?
I have, yeah. Even we've all been working in the garden or doing stuff from home as well as working from home. It's quite difficult to ignore the home and be around, especially with the nice weather we've had. But even while you're doing those tasks, I think gently thinking about your work and what's happening within your business, having that time to reflect is very, very important. And having somebody such as yourself, Amanda, to bounce that off and have regular contact with someone who will push you to ask those questions of your business rather than sat around not doing anything, I think is been fantastic.
Oh, really excited for you, Roger. It's really nice hearing good news stories and people that are really looking out there for the future. So thank you for joining me, and sincere good luck for the rest of your business. Okay, you take care. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.